she was my matric year, and things were not going my way. I was not like, and he started drinking during my first matric exam, and I was the one who had to sit with him. I was the one who had to take care of him because I couldn't leave him alone. And I found drugs on him, and that broke me so much because when we were little, we dealt with the exact same thing. I don't remember a time where my dad wasn't like that. So it was a really emotional year for me. And then I met Prophet Wayne and his wife, and they believed in me so much when I didn't even believe in myself. And when I got my results, I thought that I didn't make it. I thought that I didn't do really well. But Prophet and his wife stood with me in prayer, and they encouraged me so much, and they've always been there for my mom and I. And when I got my results, I was so astonished because I finished off with an A and 3 B's. When God and Visa was so amazing because He will always do something extra. I made it in the top 15 in my school. And then before that, I had people behind me praying and worshiping. And I'm so grateful to God for everything that He has done in my life. And Prophet, I'm so grateful for you and your family for standing with us in our times of trial. Because I know there were times when my mom would be crying her eyes out in the middle of the night, and Prophet would just phone, and he would tell her to rise up, and my mom would get encouragement from that.
Amen. You know, I had a word from God. This conference was full of emotion, hard-heartedness, heart will break, and it will be full. Tears of joy will flow. You already seen. I had this written from another time for Ryan. What could I say to you? I said, I love you. That's all I can do. But I want to see the manifestation of your glory in this country. The best thing that we can enjoy is God. I made a commitment to God, and I was not enjoying the ministry myself a few years back. Just going to conference and it's like a recycling plant before everything. What next, Lord? And I came to the conclusion, never mind the information, a lot of information, but no implementation. And I came to that place. I said, son, what's next? I said, Father, I want to love you. I just don't want to love you. I just want to love you the best. What I want to do, I'll live on this earth just one life while I'm living to love you the best. And if I die, I'm still going to die. That's the place that I'm enjoying at the moment. God's special life. So I want to love it. And I want to love Him the best. Fill me with love, Father. Fill me with love, Jesus. Fill me with love, Holy Spirit. That I can love the triune God the best. Amen. Maybe it's a nice challenge to all of you. Try loving God the best. Anyone else? Come, quickly. I'm there. You want me to bring it up to you? You're fine. You wonder why.
Greetings in the precious name of Jesus. It's so good to be in the house of the Lord this morning. Let me just introduce myself to you. My name is Mahed Bray, and I'm a member of the police force. I've been there for 33 years, and I'm still a member of the police. I've just been off sick for the last 6 to 7 months. I'll just give you a little bit of history as to how you see me with the walking stick, etc. It was somewhere last year in July, or probably a little bit earlier on, maybe around May, I started to develop not a proper walking condition, specifically with my right leg. I was walking and I was limping and I was dragging my leg, etc. But I think probably around April, that's when it started. And with that, in that 2 months, I continued to work and struggled myself a little bit like that. And then in July, I went to hospital. I was sent to hospital in July. And a lot of tests was done on me. From the neurosurgeons to the neurologist and to, you name the specialist. And you know, when you're on medical aid, everyone checks you out. And the neurosurgeon is the one that deals with the back. And he did my MRIs and all those things, and he told me that, listen, your nerves are jammed up between your discs, your L5 and your L4 discs, and we need to operate that. So I was quite happy with that, because I did a bit of research and understood that if they move the discs, my nerves and my muscles will be released. But once I was in hospital, they brought in a neurosurgeon, a neurologist. So he's the one that deals with the muscles and the nerves in the body. And when he did my test, my nerve and my muscle test, he found out that, no, my back is not the problem. I'm losing muscles in the body. But I didn't know much about it at that time. And I said, oh God, what is this now? That is why I'm getting weaker. And when you see me now, I'm probably about 78 kgs. I used to be in the region of about 92, 93 kgs. I was a big guy, big size, stocky but big. So I got worried, and a lot of other people had come and seen me in hospital. But just to put you into the picture as to what they diagnosed me with, they diagnosed me with a sickness called motor neuron disease. Now, it's a very rare sickness, something like only 350,000 people in the world has this, of a population of almost 5.8 billion in the world. And I was asking myself, how can this happen to me? There's 55 million people in this country, and barely a handful in this country has something like this. Now, to take you a little bit further, this is a sickness that weakens your muscle, your complete muscles in your body. Your legs, your limbs, your arms. It gets to an extent where it gets to the bottom, to the top of your body, and gets to your neck, and it weakens all your neck muscles. So ultimately, you won't be able to speak, you won't be able to eat, you've got to put in tubes through you, and things like that. Now, if you remember, and if you follow sport, the previous captain of the Springboks, Joos van der Westhuizen, and some of you would have known him, the younger people, and you would have seen him on the wheelchair. So he was the one that was diagnosed with motor neuron disease. And the lifespan for something like that is, when you see the top guys, I've been seeing a professor as well, they tell you, listen, 2 years, 3 years, if you put 5 years, you're lucky in terms of that. There is no treatment for it. So I went through a state of depression. I'm a human being, it's human nature. I went through stress, I went through depression. For like 6 weeks, I was in the bed, skin and bones. I can't fathom being sick in this condition when I know I have a family, I have a son, I have a daughter, and she just came back from overseas. She's going to be writing a board exam as a medical doctor, and I've been crying out to God and saying, Lord, this is so unfair, and I'm telling you this from my heart. I said, Lord, this is so unfair. I worked 33 years, I'm a captain in the police, I'm a station commander. I was looking forward to enjoying my retirement with my family, and I was down and out, trying everything. I am a Christian, I'm a born-again Christian, but you get to that state where your mind takes over you. What's going to happen to you? Where are you going to be? What's going to happen to the family? What's going to happen to the children? So these are the things that was bothering me and it was finishing me up. And I have to have a strong mind. If you don't have a strong mind, your body is going to be weak, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to deteriorate, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And I just couldn't get out of this. And I have a friend here by the name of Mano, is standing here in the back. And Mano, we go back 30 years from Ephesus days, or 35 years probably. And Mano wanted to see me that one day, and I reluctantly went to him, you know. I was feeling a bit tired, you can't walk, your legs are weak and things like that. I went to Mano, and Mano said, hey, listen, I want you to help me, and this is the situation. You know, we're having a campaign here, and I need you to help me with some paperwork. Now, I'm fully aware as to how it works, how the procedure works. In terms of having an event and putting up a tent, you need a whole lot of things which the police must approve. If you're putting up a tent, there's a thing called the Events Act that falls under that. So I helped Mano with all those things. And I asked Mano, listen, Mano, and who's this that's having this crusade and whatever? And Mano told me, no, this is the guy. He showed me a photo, and I looked at it. Mano said, hold on, I want you to speak to him. And Mano gave me the phone for probably about a minute. I spoke, the man of God spoke to me, Prophet Wayne, and he said me, Dad, not much words. Do you believe that you can be healed? Do you believe that Jesus can heal you? I said, yes, I firmly believe he can heal you. And he will definitely heal me. And he said a prayer for me, probably not more than a minute or 2 minutes over the phone, and I was okay. I got back home and whatever, and I thanked Mano. Mano said the crusade is here. Coming next week, you have to be there. And then I went for the crusade together with my family. My relatives from Pretoria were down. Some of them were very sick, and Prophet Wayne will bear witness. Mano, they come there with chronic illnesses. And I went to the campaign the first night, or the second night, sorry, the third night. And I want to say that I was so blessed in the campaign. It was a man of God, but God moving through him. And the Holy Spirit was working. I tell you, listen, I've been in the church from primary school days, and I'm so excited to see my primary school teacher sitting in front of me in the 1970s. And we go, I go back from Sunday school days, but you take life so easy. Everything is okay. You go to church today, you come back, you tend to forget about things. Beloved, when you are in the corner like the way I was, when you're crying out for help, you want life, you don't want to be gone, and you say to the Lord, like what says, what the book of Psalms says in 118, verse 17 and 18, I will not die, but live and will proclaim what the Lord has done. I have been crying out to God and my children. It's eating time, whatever time they see me sitting with a towel or face towel. My cry is, Lord, I need healing. Lord, this is not my time to go.
Amen.
Lord, I want to be a witness to people. I want to be a witness to everybody in any church to say how the Lord has healed me. I firmly believe that at the crusade, I was so blessed. You just feel the man of God holding you. You actually feel a current going through you. You feel the power of God. And he prophesied over my daughter. And the only thing that he told my daughter on the day, what are you worried about? Dad is going nowhere. Amen. Now, when I interpreted Dad is going nowhere, because my mind was focused on not life, my mind was focused on that I am going, I need to put things in order, I need to put, everything in order. So this is where I come from. And I believe that the Lord has started my healing. I was hospitalized last week. I only came out on Friday afternoon. The specialist did probably about 20 or 30 different tests on me. from the blood to the lungs to every part of the body. Believe me when I tell you, almost 7 specialists. Every test that came back positive, came back that listen, you are fine. Except one where the neurologist said, when he summed it up for me on Friday, the man that deals with the nerves and the muscles, he told me, Mr. Pillay, I'm going to be there for you at any given time. And you need to call me. But what I want you to do, I want you to enjoy your life. And I didn't tell this to my family, they're hearing it now. I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to do whatever that you want to do. He said, you're a big Liverpool supporter. If you get the chance to go to Anfield, you must go. Because time is short with this. You can live 5 years, you can live longer. You reckon, just trust God that you can live longer. And I believe, and I firmly believe that my healing has already started because I couldn't walk properly. I couldn't even speak properly. That's how bad I was. My healing just started, and healing is a continuous procedure.
Amen.
And you know, I'll encourage you, every day, you know, I could be in the bed and I will just open up to God and say, Father, it's another day. Thank you for this day. But Lord, I know in time to come, I'm not going to be walking like this. I'm going to be healed completely. I am healed. You have started the healing process, but I am going to be healed
I agree.
and this is why I stand with it. It's just an encouragement that the Lord says that He will never leave us nor forsake us. I've spoke to people. I do it every day. I find out all the healing scriptures in the Bible, like in Hebrews chapter 11. And I just commit my life to the Lord. And I said, Father, this is not my time. People will say, yes, the Lord knows. He knows best. But trust me, when you cry out to Him, if it's not your time, you are not going up as yet. Amen. That's what I firmly believe. And what I want to say is, to Prophet Wayne, I saw the ad, he sent me an ad, he sent me an ad is coming down, and I said, this is an anointed man of God. Amen. I have to be there. And as a human being, you feel weak at times. I message him, he sends me a voice note, he prays, and I just get into that, into that spirit of saying, Lord, I don't want to be down and out again. You have those days, but all glory to God, and I'm so excited to be here. Amen. I've actually come for a double portion of His blessing.
Amen.
And people, those that don't know the man, I only got to know the man in the campaign. But trust me, whenever you call him, he might be busy, but he'll say, Dad, thank you for the message. And I say, Prophet, I'm feeling down, I'm going for a medical test. You need to, and we are human beings, you need to have somebody to pick you up. The Lord is there, but you need somebody to recharge you up and to get you up where you are. And all glory to God, where He is great. He's a miracle God. He's a God that will never let us down. And if you believe in Him, if you have the faith, it is only through your faith can you be healed. If you do not have the faith, and you do not believe that He is your Lord, then unfortunately it won't be as rosy as it is. I have the faith, and I'm going to be healed completely. God bless you all. Thank you.
Amen. Say amen. Amen. You will relive. God gave me a word called R-E. Many people are trying to share it with big boys in the